You're from Delos.
Yes.
And Delos has a very particular interest in environment.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about Delos and what it does.
Delos is a company focuses on using technology and science to improve your indoor environments, to make people healthier, happier, and higher performance.
Okay. So, I mean, tell me a little bit about, in kind of a practical way, how does this actually look inside of people's homes? What kind of changes are you making to the actual environment?
So first of all, think about how long do you stay indoors, right? Most people in modern society spend more than 90% of their time indoors. So the lighting, the air quality, the water, the thermal, the hot or cold, all those things will have a huge impact on your health and well-being. And according to WHO or CDC in the States, or IHME, data shows environment, physical environment plus social environment, the interactions between people, has the largest impact on human health and well-being. Together with healthcare, if you're sick, together with your individual behavior and your genetics. But social and physical environment has a huge impact. So we want to use those parameters in your home and how to design and operate the building to impact your health, which is a natural and kind of common sense way.
So what you're basically saying is, instead of me, reading up on a bunch of different things I have to change about the way I kind of live my life day to day, which require behavior change,
Yes.
which is tough.
Really hard.
Right. So what you guys are saying is your approach is more passive.
Yes. Exactly. We want you to be healthier just being in the room, not doing anything. So that's the foundation. That's not everything, right? That's not everything. What you eat, what you do, how you exercise, these are important portion of your health. But if you have a foundational level of the basic parameters of your environment, if that can be taken care of first, then work on your behavior, then work on your mental strength, work on those things makes more sense. If your environment, if your foundation is not good enough, whether if you breathe in crappy air, the more you exercise, the more pollutants you breathe in, so that doesn't make sense.
Right. And you guys have gone so far as to even build a lab. Can you tell me a little bit about the
Yes.
Well Living Lab?
Yes. So we published the standards in 2014, we discovered there's a gap in research and in practice. So most of the studies done either in a very small, confined clinical condition, or in the real world, that's not many parameters can be really good controlled. So it's not a very, very good study. We want to bridge the gap between the clinical trial and the field study, which being criticized a lot. So where's the middle ground? Where's the bridge to bridge in the hard science into the application? That's what we think the Well Living Lab is. So we find a good partner, which is the Mayo Clinic, the top hospital and medical school in the United States. We work with them. We bring in the building science. They bring in the health science. And then we study and we do experiments in the lab to try to find things that can be practically do in the built environment while has the rigorous of a medical study.
One of the things you guys talk a lot about is your well building standard. Can you tell me a little bit about how that works?
Yes. So the well building standard is a voluntary standard that people, offices, schools, hotels, they can apply to the standards. And then a third party will do the verification if you meet the requirements or not. And then you will get a plaque or a reward, right, to claim, okay, you are well certified. What that means your space has meet all the 7 or 10, depends on the versions of the standards, types of requirements that we think will have a positive impact on your occupants in your building.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So you guys are focused on optimizing buildings for human health.
Yes.
And how is that different from what green does?
I think that's a very good question. So the green standards, for example, LEED in the United States, or BREEAM in the UK, or other standards in other parts of the world, the green standards focuses heavily or exclusively on environmental sustainability, meaning saving materials, saving energy, saving water for the benefits of the planet. The WELL standards focuses on how to make people healthier, better air, better water, quality-wise, and better air, better lighting. So about 30 to 40%, depends on which standards you compare with, of the requirements between green and WELL are overlapped, which means if you got a green standards, chances are 30 or 40% of the requirements already met for WELL. So I think it's a natural progression for us to go from green to WELL. Again, get the basis done, which is the green standards, the foundations, the planet, then optimize the human health for WELL. I think that's a very good natural progression from green to WELL.